Hello, hello. Yes. Okay, we got something going. Okay. Alright. Back again. But that doesn't matter. What's going on with this light here? No. Nah, screw it. Nothing going on with the light here. Nothing going on with this light whatsoever. Just get a good look at me. Right. So I have finally got my cards from the nice people at Nisei. Could tell these were the cards. Yeah, there's no need to apologise, man. It was good. Honestly, kind of forgot about them, which is embarrassing when it happens, and I forget about stuff. I don't know if these are all the Nisei cards. Let's just have a look. It is, and it was. Alright, tis was. Right. If you're not sure about what all this is going on here, in Seedy Location, I just chat rubbish about the game of Netrunner, which is now dead. I'm on a single-man crusade to do something about it. I'm years away from anything kind of relevant, so feel free to ignore me as I shout into the void. These cards feel nice. Good card stock. Anyway, on with the show. So, what I'm going to tell you about is, I'm just going to look over these Nisei cards right now, because as much as I love the community and how nice they are and how much they looked after me and everything like that, I'm afraid I have some issues. Not really bad, but you know, just some minor issues. Bear in mind, I've not played a game in since the game died, so I'm not really the one to criticize these, but I'm going to anyway because I've got nothing better to do at this moment in time. It just helps my mental state. You know what? Let me hack this in here. And right, let's just have a look. Let's just have ourselves a little look-see here. So most of these cards are, I'm gonna give a welcome to. I've got a problem with some. Here we go. Some of these cards are just a bit too OP. Run amok, nice card. Overpowered. Unless you got ice resed already. Without something to res ice, it's pretty much just a blackmail able to access a server with little to no response. I think this would have been a good time to get rid of StimHack. Although I suppose StimHack is fine. I don't know why he brought back Kuroda. Kuroda is way too efficient. It's way too good. Also, Data Suckers is really is too good. Most of these cards are too good. I suppose you can keep Mimic. It's just a lot of these cards are too. Scrubber is way too good. But I suppose it is a step down from Wizard, and you do need the control of the. If you don't have Scrubber, then you have little to no control over all these. How do I put this? Of the asset spam. And hostage legwork fine, or networking great. You know what? Spearfishing fine. Special order. Yeah. Now so here's what I've got an issue. The two breakers now. The two non sentry breakers. Criminal having really good sentry breakers, i.e., Femme Fatale and Fairy, no problem. Fairy is just like a one-use kind of thing. And Femme is an expensive thing that can be bypass one. No problem with that. However, I feel that these barrier breakers and these code breakers way too good, and they can bypass. It just seems way too good. It should be really inefficient. Like if you go back to, if I go back, they've got Force of Nature here for code breaker. That's really inefficient. You know, it's going to force you to want something better. So that's why the thing is, a base set should just be that, a base set. When your base is really strong, this quota should be Morning Star. Yeah, have Morning Star. Yeah, because when it's just when your base is just too strong like that, it's, and then yeah, Morning Star with no data sucker. Because then it makes you forced to think about it. Yeah, I can get through this, but if you've got anything too big, you're just out. And then you've got to find a way to melt that ice. And bank job, yeah, you know, it's fine, it's fine. Modded, notoriety, test run, maker's eye, tinkering, sure, why not? Memory, sure, why not? R&D interface. You know what? I've made my peace with the interfaces. The game just needs more hardware trashing, but I've made my peace with it. Atman, sure. Deus Ex, I have a big issue with. It makes net damage far too not scary. Especially with, if you get recursion, then it becomes really not scary. The ice becomes, it just makes ice too laughable. I don't like seeing it. And not to mention Gorging Blade, it's far too good. It just makes things... Pipeline, I love Pipeline. Because it's such a bad breaker. You're not forced to move on or trying to get something better. Just all these breakers are far too efficient. Because you get Gorging Blade, you get Corroder. That's 3/3 done. And then, of course, you're stuck with a fairy, so you're going to get through a few number of times. But then I suppose you could have Femme Fatale as a backup. But you see there, you've already got all the answers there. Ice just becomes a joke at that point, and it's just about keeping up with the money game. And there's a lot of money here. I mean, Dirty Laundry, Sure Gamble, professional content. You know what? There's no Magnus Opus, so that's fine, I guess. There's no Magnus Opus, but then you've got the bank job. You've got the data dealer. Okay, you know what? I'm okay with data dealer because that punishes you. You got the runner mark. Now, what really worries me is the liberated accounts, and that liberated accounts combined with the liberated accounts combined with the career part. It's just okay. So the thesis of all this rambling, dear viewer, is that you've got too much money, too many breakers. It's too easy to get through. Money and breakers, too easy to get through. It's making all the ice a joke. And you've got Data Sucker there, just you've got too many ways to start trouble, and not to mention the ASOS pawn shop. There's too much safe money, too much econ building, too many good combinations there. There's no compromise on the part of the runner. I mean, Armitage code busting by itself is good. Crypsis is good because you actually have to think about it. You got too much card draw with Earthwise Hotel, and John Masanori is bad enough. But look at, you've also got Catty Jones. Just come on now. Come on. I mean, come on. Come on. No, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm just gonna bring myself in just on this little screen here. You know what? No. I need you to see my concern. And hopefully I won't get shut down. I need you to see my concern on this. It's too much money. It's too many breakers. Too many ways to disregard the ice. Too many powerful combinations right now. For the runner side at the very least. An example of a compromise would be that Anox have fixed breakers, but the cost to break a subroutine is cheap, like with Mimic and Morningstar, which is not shown here. Because Morningstar breaks all the subroutines for 1 credit on barriers, but its strength is capped at 5. Mimic, 1 credit per sub, and its strength is capped at 3. But you can get around that with Data Sucker. It's just, I suppose you could have Ice Carver, but I don't know if Ice Carver wasn't legal, was it? Let's just be sure. It strikes me as too simple. I mean, and not to mention run amok, so you can bypass the mice there altogether. Oh look, yeah, you've got Ice Carver on top of that as well, so that literally boosts all these by 1, and that's most of the ice. That's most of the ice just made invalid there. A compromise would be that, yes, maybe have some things that allow you to lower the strength of ice, but maybe create a new card that's like Data Sucker, but capped at like 2 virus tokens max. Ice Carver, but it works on the first layer of ice. Just like, I mean, you do that, and then there's a compromise. It's not just, well, I can get through all this with all the Anarch tools. It's okay, the Anarch tools can get me so far, but if I come up against Wayland Ice, I'm in trouble because they're all really big. Jinteki Ice, not so much because they're really short, but they've got lots of subs, so you're really strong against that. And then if we look at the HB, where it's medium, you can click through, you can get through some ice and then click through some and still get through. And the NBN Ice, all weak, it's all low. I mean, you might come against a big one, but you might get traced, but still, you only really have a problem with Wayland. Oh, look at that, you have a strength and a weakness. It's a compromise. And let's have a look at all the criminal stuff. I mean, the criminal stuff, again, you could just, these breakers, you get enough money, break through them, no problem. It doesn't matter if it's area, it doesn't matter if it's a barrier or whatever, you get through it. You're always on top. You can even bypass the ice, no matter how big it is. And then you've got tools to shut down the ice. bypass the ice. There's too many ways to invalidate the ice. And then with Shaper, you can just do a deep dig. You can just build up money, break through, tinker it. There's too many ways through. It's easy for me to say that because, you know, I'm not the one designing this. I did design one. I've got my own version of, yeah, of how this would go, but yeah. Okay. Fine. Let's just move on to the corporate stuff now. Good at solid agendas. Fine. Adonis campaign, great. Mammon campaign, far too good, but I like it. Eli, I'm glad it's back. I think that should be the standard for ice. You can click through it, but it hurts. Hamdal, itchy, all good. Rotate, good. Touring, good. You know what? I'm happy with HB. HB makes so much sense to me. Blue level, yeah, great. Ash, getting a bit dicey there, but sure. Mason Bellamy, getting a bit dicey again, but sure. And Jinteki has all the tools. I mean, look at the HB agendas. Just look at HB agendas. Okay, they get a 2-3, fine. And they got a successful. Then they got that other, and the other one is not really worth talking about. But look at Jinteki. Look at that. Okay, Theta AI and the Nisei, they're good by themselves. I mean, not the be all end all, but they're pretty good. And you got the Philotic on top. Fine, they've got the most fast advanced tools, but look how many kill options. There's far too many kill options. What's the Ronin doing there? What's the Sundu doing? Why are you making Jinteki so rich? I mean, all the ice could be gotten through with Anarch, which I suppose is fine. They can keep Celebrity Gift. Let them keep Celebrity Gift. Trick of Light. No, there's too many options. Okay, on to MBN. Taking away your money. Yeah, Explodes Palooza. You know what? Project Bill, sure. Day Business Show, warning sign. Telbooth. Sea Source. Okay, that's a warning sign there. A way to drop tags. But you know what? By itself, MBN is okay. I just think Jinteki's got too much money, that's it. Well, too much money out of the box. Wayland, sure. Sure. They can have these options, they can have the money options. I don't mind Wayland having money. Wayland makes sense to for it to have money. But I would like it to get some more bad pub besides the agenda. Elizabeth Mills, the hit guy, makes sense. Other way of scoring, getting agenda points, fine. Big Ice, sure. Okay, if there's no Scorched Earth, so that I guess the sea source is fine then. Oversight, yeah, you know what? This is fine. I'm just again still concerned about how much money Jinteki has. Just through Sundu, and it seems to have too much money. Pad campaign, hedge fund IPO. Yeah, okay. See that? This corpse side is okay. It's just a bunch of ice. I mean, how often does ambient psychographics, to be honest, right? Let's you know what? In fact, let's go over it. Let's go over it. How often do they do their thing where they don't just build up ice and do their agendas? Okay, Wayland. Let's have a look. How often are you going to get contract killed? Not often. I mean, you're going to get an Oat Town as often. How often are you going to get hit with a public support? Not often. How often are you going to get hit with an archer? With the breakers you got? Not often. You might get punitive counter-striked, but they have to build up to it. So how often are these other things going to happen? Just, the answer's not that often. MBN. Yeah, Exploded Palooza is going to happen. Daily Business Show, again, some concerns. Just having that much control early on, but by itself, it's not the be all end all. But it is a thing. But without something to pair it with, not going to be the biggest issue. But how often are you going to be C-source psychographics? It's not going to happen. C-source closed accounts, maybe. I mean, ghost branched into psychographics, it can happen, but it's not the end of the world. It's just a thing. Runners have things that literally end the game when they have all the breakers out and all that money. There's no stopping them. There is an end game scenario. Let's have a look at Jinteki. See, Jinteki has an endgame combination there with with not by itself with the fetal, but the philotic, the Ronin, and the snare, and the June bug. And when you get all those Sundus up, you start making an insane amount of money. Especially considering this agenda. Is that the one where you got to run central first? Yeah, you got to run central first. Yeah, that's just the fun police. It's just set out fun police. And the ice is kind of taxing. This ice is actually effective, but like I said, with the Anarchist Breaker suite, you can get around it. And you've got Celebrity Gift. It's too much money. The ice is decent. It can end the game. It's all too much in one package. And I suppose that's why they got Deus Ex there. But I shouldn't have to be relying on using Deus Ex to solve this problem all the time. Not at least not out of the box. And HB is fine. You get your stuff gets trashed, you can still click through. It's not end of the world. It's annoying as hell though. Well, anyway, to wrap this up, I'm just going to go over some of the new cards that came with the Nisei set, and I'm going to shout at you some more. Yeah, Nisei, I like it. Heart's in the right place. Good on ya. But Nihilist, it's card draw, or it's too much card draw. And sure, they can trash R&D, but it's so consistently every turn. It's far too consistent. Yeah, I know it's like got high thing, but it's far too consistent. It's too much too soon. You know, it should have like place like 4 counters on it, and then you can do it twice. You know, say pay 4, you either get 4 cards out of it, or you get 2 trashes off the top of R&D, and then it trashes itself. Done. But doing it every single turn, too much, too consistent, no good. It's too good. And look at this, criminals drawing cards. I mean, if it filtered like 4 cards, and then that's it. It just literally filtered the top 4 cards, and you had to draw it yourself. That would be perfect. Or it drawed 1 card. You filter the top 4 cards. You get to draw 1 card to replace it with, and you draw it for it. That would be it. But criminals having draw. Criminals should not have draw. They should have card filtering. And again, I've talked about, like, look at this breaker. It's far too good. It's basically Corroder the Sentry Breaker. And it gives you money. It's a Corroder that gives you money. What is wrong with you people? And I love you, but no. In Class Act, there's just so much card draw. It's card draw again. Why is Criminal doing for this card draw? An excellent barrier breaker. It's far too good. Why would you use? It's too good. I mean, considering this versus battering ram, no, it's just too good. It's cheaper and it's better. It's more efficient. It's too. And look at this. It's just free money. It's got the same problem it had with Magnus Opus. It's just. It should be. If this was 2 memory, I'd be okay with this. 2 memory cost 3. Yeah, then fine. But as it is now, it's far too efficient. And it lasts forever. Again, it never goes away. There's no countdown on it. It's just there forever. Yeah, you know what? If this was a virus, right? At the start of your turn, you can remove a counter. If they purge and got rid of it, you know, there's no interplay. This card, I love this card. Okay, once per turn, you're getting 2 cards. The runner can trash it, and they still get cards. So even if you install it, yeah, but it's just, yeah. Even if you install it, but the runner can deal with it. That's fine. This card's fine. And I love this card because the runner gets something for interacting with it. Because that's what's missing with most of these other cards, the interactivity. They're too clean. This is nice and messy. Yeah, it's just great. This card I like, although I don't think Wayland should have this much control of bad publicity. They should. I think it probably would be up to 8 credits, and you use your whole turn, and that should be it. But I like the idea though. Again, but I think MBN should be the thing that can be good at removing bad pub. Removing bad pub and getting money, that's too good for Wayland. And this card, it's basically an R and D interface. So it's just way too efficient. You can dig, see if there's anything there. If there's nothing there, you can just skip it. It's way too good. The Anarch should be taking net damage or something, or brain damage or something. It should trash itself after a certain number of uses. It's far too good. But it is too. And well, that's it. So hopefully you realise how much I hate Netrunner now. That's why I haven't played in so long, which is a lie. I mean, I love the game. I mean, I love what Nisei's doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. And I think I was better off on the alcohol, to be honest. You know what? If anyone wants it, I'll go with my cards again. But I'm just going to leave it at that for now. It's just... No, go away, Firefox.